Oh my god. Oh boy. Hello, Internet. It's a wonderful today. Wonderful today. Wonderful day in London town. We're back on rain, but not too much rain because, well, kind of have sunlight, which is weird. I guess that's just London for you. How's everyone doing? People of the interwebs, fellows, strangers, friends, cool people, just cool people in general. Today we'll be playing something a little different than Breath of the Wild, for sure. I'm thinking a take 2 on the Tolkien game, if we don't have any sound issues. If not, we'll back up to some cool on game news. I've also got tickets to the Avengers tonight, so if you've watched it, try not to kill the excitement and the hype. So we're watching it later. Kind of excited for it though, for sure. The culmination of the MCU in a 3-hour feature film. It's gonna be great. I think it's going to be amazing. Anyone else watching the Avengers Endgame tonight? Maybe tomorrow, maybe in a weekend, maybe slightly later. Anyone planning on watching it? Team GC, guys, thank you for the upvotes yesterday. I did just realize. And Ev Burns SJRMG, welcome to the stream family or the fellowship, whichever you'd like to call it. But yeah, today is not Breath of the Wild Day. Today is RTS with Battlefield Middle-earth 2. Let me satisfy tomorrow! Exclamation mark. You're gonna watch it tomorrow? Okay. So it's 17 past 7 p.m. in the UK. I'm watching it I'm starting to watch it 5 minutes past midnight. So I need to survive the spoilers until then. I think that's doable. And then I can just get, let loose. I've seen some of my friends already watch it because they're like in different time zones all over the place. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Let me satisfy you. Looking forward to it. Have you watched the previous movies? Have you watched all the previous movies? Maybe you've just watched several. I mean, I'm dragging one of my friends along who hasn't seen Infinity Wars. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. But hey, he's game. I'm game. What's more to plan? You just go take it out and enjoy the show, right? So today's word of the day, like usual, we start the stream with Merriam-Webster's word of the day is riff. Riff. You pronounce it rife. You spell it W-R-I-T-H-E. And the definition of that is to move or proceed with twists and turns, to twist from or as if from pain or struggling, or to suffer keenly. Hey, Oaksalis, hello. Let me satisfy says he's watched them all. Interesting. I think I've watched them all as well. Apart from Ant-Man. I have not seen Ant-Man. Oaksalis, so we're just, I guess, talking about Endgame, right? Avengers Endgame. Almost lost my train of thought there. Been a hectic day. But less of that. Captain Marvel. Oh yeah. Captain Marvel was good. Some people were complaining about it. I like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was pretty dope. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. Did you like that? Captain Marvel, I think, was pretty dope. Maybe because I just really like the lead role, the lead actress. That could be the case. I always forget about Ant-Man. Yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of skipped Ant-Man. Like there were 2 Ant-Mans, weren't there? The Ant and the Wasp. So Wasp Girl is a Wasp Woman. I'm not sure like the actual Marvel name for her. But yeah, I didn't watch that. Oxalis, how are you doing? Okay. So we are streaming on multiple platforms, guys. If I start talking out of context, it's probably because I'm referring to a chat on a different chat. Oxalis says, I'll try to give context actually. I think that makes more sense. So Oxalis is watching on D-Lab and he says, I like what Black Panther says when they ask him about Avengers Endgame. It's so funny. So you've been watching, Oxalis, you've been watching some spoilers, I guess. Because quite a few of the interviews, he just says repeatedly, I'm dead. I actually don't remember all the characters that died. Like, I know there's a double cast, so a lot of people, what they're doing is they're watching Infinity Wars at like 9 or 8. Like, I don't know, they're watching Infinity War and then straight after Infinity War they're watching Endgame. However, that's too big of a time commitment for me. Like, I still want to stream today, so yeah. Poor guy. Let me satisfy says, poor guy, he's a good actor, was probably so happy to be part of Marvel, but no one cares. I think quite a lot of people care actually. What do I think, Oxalis? I don't know. I guess I'm more interested in the theories and conspiracy like talks about Game of Thrones than I am Endgame. Because Endgame's here already. Like, I'm gonna watch it in the next, 5 hours. So maybe, sure, probably the right time to talk about Endgame. However, it's too close, too soon. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just interested to see how the final fight comes down. Obviously curious as to how it ends because that's 10 years of like Hollywood superhero movie investment all coming into this one single showdown, right? Yeah. No one that I know who loves Marvel has seen Ant-Man. Yeah, I think it was just like a sidetrack, you know? Too far of a spin-off. It's not, I mean, it's not a spin-off, it's still Marvel, right? Ant-Man's Marvel. But I think it's too far of a, I don't know, like, off the main, the A-list. You have the superhero A-list. It's too far away from that superhero A-list for all the, like, fans to, I guess, care. All the fans. I say all the fans. I mean, some people obviously went and watched it. There's just some that haven't. But to me, that was definitely the case. So I don't know. It's just too far off. I cared too much about Spider-Man, Iron Man, Doctor Strange. So many superheroes to care about. You kind of have to give a couple a miss. Like Captain Marvel was supposed to be this amazing, crazy, Omega level. Omega level is Omega class or Omega level mutant. Because of her superpowers. And that kind of got my attention because Captain Marvel is supposed to be the next level in terms of like power tiers. You look at power tiers. Obviously that's not the case anymore because you look at all these other heroes and it's like it's kind of on par with them. I mean, if you look at Thor right now with Odin's power, because not Odin's power, the god power, whatever you want to call it. He's like full on Asgardian now, right? So he's obviously grown in power. He's got the what's the new hammer axe combo name? What is it? Yeah, so let me satisfy says really though, Ant-Man could easily go inside Thanos' head through his ear, make himself bigger from there and kill him instantly. Yeah, that being said, I mean the Thanos does have the Infinity Gauntlet. It did get kind of battered up after the first flick, but I still think he could do a lot. Like, the Infinity Gauntlet does give him a lot of power, which obviously has the Infinity Stone. So I'm pretty sure fans can handle Ant-Man. Like all the theories of Ant-Man just slipping inside Thanos's rear parts. I think it's a cool theory. I'm not sure how viable that'd be in the actual fight though. It'd be hilarious if that happens. Could you imagine? Oh boy. Thanos just extracting Ant-Man using the Infinity Gauntlet because he has to. Not because he wants to. An easy way to end it. Like Lord of the Rings. Fly, you fools! Should have taken the Eagles to Mordor, right? Alright. Bloody hell, talking about Eagles. It's like we should play a Marvel game now since we started talking about Marvel so much. We're gonna jump to Tolkien. That's what I'm talking about. Let me satisfy. I am watching Game of Thrones. I am really invested in Game of Thrones. I've read the books. I've watched all the episodes. And yeah, I dig it a lot. I wish there were more to it. That makes sense. Like the first 2 episodes so far, they've given us a decent amount in what's happening with Winterfell, but I think it's a little too much too soon. Like they're obviously gonna start slowing down, I think, for the finale, and then like ramp it up again. But like we're third episode in already, we're gonna get like well, it's gonna be the Battle of Winterfell now, right? So let's get the Battle of Winterfell. What have we got after that? Like, what's the big showdown after that? They say they do fail. They don't defend Winterfell as they should. The army gets like almost annihilated, and they need to retreat with like the remaining bits and pieces of the alliance or whatever. And well, that leaves you with what? What does that leave you with? It leaves you with a plot line so thick, so juicy, and only 3 episodes to finish it off. Tie everything together. Like that's crazy. Let me satisfy. Like think about it. All that hyped up, amped up, momentum, and then they need to finish all of that after the Battle of Winterfell. They need to finish all of it, tie everything together in 3 episodes. Polo, hello, welcome, Labas. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, sure, you don't want Winterfell to fall, but let's look at the bright side. What happens? What happens if they succeed at Winterfell? Yeah, but if they succeed at Winterfell, that's it. The end. They can't succeed at Winterfell because there's 3 episodes after that. But yeah, it's definitely nuts. Too much, man. This is 1 month, and we're getting Endgame, Game of Thrones, ending too. Like, boy, that's a lot. That's like stories that we followed for the past 10 years. For anyone watching right now, actually, like, take this into account. That's 10 years worth of storytelling, and we're getting 2 big fat endings this month of that. That's crazy. That really is crazy. Oxalis, yes, I am streaming everywhere. Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Vim, Periscope, DLive. We are streaming everywhere. That being said, I probably do need to work on the unified chat platform so everyone can talk together. Because I can see on my end, right? I'm monitoring all of this and make sure that other people have access to it too. We have a cool website. I'll build into the website, I think. Bloody hell. Yeah. So that's future of the stream, Oxalis. Not right now. Yeah. Yeah, this is nuts. Cinema, man. Cinema's good. Like even now. Oh, wait, let me satisfy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I need to do more like advertising, like grabbing people in. What happened was I was gaining a lot of traction and momentum after the PewDiePie visit, and with Breath of the Wild on Twitch in particular. Like there was a lot of people interested in Breath of the Wild on Twitch. I was getting like at least top 5 in the watch list, like during busy periods. So we are like getting close to like 70, 80 viewers. And then after the PewDiePie's visit, I went to I took like 5 days off. So I feel like the momentum just kind of like whoop-pow crashed because no one knew what the hell happened. Still here, still streaming. I just took 5 days off because it was lovely weather and I wanted to get away from London. But yeah, guys, like I will see the messages as they appear. So whichever platform you're messaging on, I will read it. I will see it. If not, just keep bugging me. Let me satisfy. Thank you for the 50 bits. I appreciate it. Cheers for that. So yeah, today, as I said, we're playing Battle for Middle-earth 2. It's gonna be a bit of a throwback for me because we finished Battle for Middle-earth 2 good campaign already. We'll be jumping into the evil campaign. Just be enjoying that, talking about Marvel, talking about Game of Thrones. Today's more like a chill day. We're not going to be playing Breath of the Wild today to spice it up. Kind of Wednesday midweek schedule break per se. But usually the way it works is Monday we have Breath of the Wild, Tuesday Breath of the Wild, Wednesday mystery game, hence Battle for Middle-earth 2. Thursday, Friday Breath of the Wild, Saturday we have a random RTS, and then Sunday we have Divinity. And that will keep going until Breath of the Wild finishes, after which Breath of the Wild gets changed to another game, probably a sandbox RPG. We just enjoyed that with the stream, and that's our recipe for success or disaster. But hey, I'll have fun doing it because I like playing games. So, Battlefield Earth 2, let's start this thing. The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. Load it up, please. There was one issue with this prior, and I do remember it quite clearly. We didn't have audio for some reason coming through the game. That was pretty interesting. Oh yeah, we also have a Facebook page. So I don't know, guys, basically what I'm trying to do is not only am I trying to cast a big net by streaming on all these platforms, what I'm trying to do is to make it as convenient as possible for you guys to watch. So whichever platform you feel like watching on, you have the choice of watching on that platform. It's like a live streaming show that then sells out to all platforms. And because it sells out to all platforms, the viewers, pick whichever platform they prefer and use that. The big, obviously, inconvenience of that is the fact that our chat is spread across all of these platforms, which why it might feel lonely at times. Stream feed PC activate right now. Pow! There we go. So in battle, we're in Middle Earth right now. I do need to do a little. What's its face? Need to do a little debug just to make sure everything is in line and working. So we plug one jack in, we put this jack in here, and we put the volume up. Huh. That works. Seems like we have audio. So I don't know. Last weekend we had a bit of a hiccup. That hiccup's gone. We've ironed it out completely. So it doesn't no longer exist. Is this Game of Thrones? You wish this was Game of Thrones. They actually have RTS, like a strategy-based Game of Thrones. They actually do. So yeah, we could play that. Not today. But this is the story for Battle of Middle-earth. It takes place parallel to the Fellowship of the Ring, or just the whole story of the Fellowship of the Ring from start to end. This is a hell of a lot throwback for me because I think this game came out like all the way back in 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong, because that's quite a while back. Game's old. Like that, it still runs like this. Really happy. Yeah. So guys, let's jump into the evil campaign. See what they have sorted for us. Should we do like a skirmish and just chat? Let's do a skirmish. Go up against brutal enemies. Just see how the game works. And then we could do the story. Because we finished a good campaign. We already know how it ends. More or less. Let's do this. mannyjammy as dwarves. Any particular race you guys want to see? Or should I just pick the elves or Isengard? Go for evil, go for good. Let's go for evil, we'll go for random. Don't really care about that. Can't play as the ring heroes. So the heroes that you see in Lord of the Rings, the movie, it's kind of based more off the movie than it is the books. Actually, it uses both. It uses a lot of the movies directed by Peter Jackson for inspiration. You'll see a lot of the voice actors from the actual movies, the lines from the movies. You'll see models based off the movies. Let me satisfy. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the bits, and have a good one. So yeah, we're gonna jump to the Black Gate and just have a little warm-up, I think. How about that? This is a guilty pleasure stream, guys. I would have streamed the Pixel Samurai game. What is it called? Katana Zero. It's a new indie game. I didn't get a chance to set it up. Hence why we're playing this. Could do Helm's Deep actually. Do a defend or attack. Should we defend as the elves? Oh, this is tempting. This is very tempting. Up against Isengard. That checks out. We are going to be yellow against the White Hand. Brutal. Let's go brutal. Let's go. Let's see how rusty I've gotten, huh? Level 1 versus level 9. AI in this game can be a little predictable. There are certain aspects of the game that you can really take advantage of. We need to build a barracks. So the start of this game kind of throws you off if you're not in a... Let's get a hero up. We need an archer actually. You start off with 2 builders and some resources, so a resource pool. We're in a special map which gives us access to Helm's Deep, so we can defend this fortress. But the key goal is to eliminate the opponent, who happens to, let's close the gate, who happens to be somewhere here. So there is a fog of war of sorts, even though you can like skim across it. You don't exactly know what the enemy is up to. But the special power that I'm about to unlock will tell us a lot. So this is Farsight. This will kind of clear up a good area of the map, and I think the enemy spawned here somewhere. So you can see they build up a furnace, which generates them resources. Elves don't need furnaces, they go for malon trees. And that generates resources based on how much ground they can cover, how much buildable ground they can cover. Here we have 3 builders, so we'll just keep building. This is a little true to its name in the sense that it, I guess, follows the base design of Helm's Deep. So you have a little like side posting gate here, which I don't think has a lock, so the enemy could come through here. Then you have another secondary gate here in the inner keep, and then obviously the outer wall. So again, kind of true to the film, but not really. Those pikemen won't be able to do anything to us because we have walls, so they can start damaging this gate, but that's all they can do. So while they do that, we'll just build more archers, and as we build more archers, we'll start manning the walls. As we start manning the walls, we can spend more resources, upgrade those archers, and then push out. They're kind of, yeah, they're gonna come to the center here and attack the building, so archers should be done sooner or later, sooner rather than later. And we're gonna get a hero out, so I like Thranduil. Everyone knows Legolas. You could get Legolas out. We're gonna get Legolas's dad out because he's got quite a long range shot. And we're probably gonna build actually, let's do it here. These guys can take care of this little field. There's not that much space when you're inside Helm's Deep. The enemy does have a lot more space here, if they wanted to capitalize on that. You need to worry about that just yet. But the pikemen can do a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Nothing too threatening. This statue will give a defense bonus to the archers on the walls, and this will help us when we go into archer v archer battles. Again, nothing we should be worrying about yet. We're gonna get a cavalry base here, so we can use the wall here, create a post and gate, and then send the cavalry out through it to do little raiding attacks on their flanks, because we don't want the enemy to capitalize on all the land that we've given. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan. We're just gonna hold Helm's Deep against this brutal enemy. See how much or how little I've lost the knack for this game. So with Thranduil here, Thranduil should be shooting these guys. He needs to kind of go through the side, right? There we go, so they can shoot. They just like clip through the wall, they don't really care. And because we have Thranduil out, I think I want to send him out already. We could send him out through the main gate by opening it, but we're going to go through the posting gate here and just kind of scout to see what the hell the enemy's up to. As for the unit types, you have heroes, you have swordsmen, you have pikemen, you have cavalry archers, elite archers, just normal archers like we have here, and all of them kind of follow a rock paper scissors kind of scenario. So archers will more than likely beat swordsmen. Swordsmen will more than likely beat pikemen. Pikemen will more than likely beat cavalry. And cavalry will more than likely beat archers. So that kind of goes into a loop. And right now, as you saw, the swordsman squad just got annihilated. Arwen here is being paid for because I wanted to lead the Rivendell Lancers here. They don't give her really any bonus, just makes it like a more beefy raiding party that we'll use. As you can see here, we'll put Thranduil here. It's got crazy insane range, so he'll be able to shoot from a long distance, which is why I got him instead of Legolas. That's heroes. Again, heroes are special units, so they don't really necessarily, even though they fit in to the overall like rock, paper, scissors kind of style mechanic. They don't, they're not as weak. So, hence why one arrow will take out one enemy. And now we're gonna get Arwen mounted. We're like, Arwen, it saved Frodo. Let's get Legolas out actually. And let's get more melon trees, because we have building supplies. We're gonna start building outside because we're kind of covered the internals already. And our builders are doing nothing, so we should really make them useful. While Thranduil's like here, we could, you know, have some kind of presence. We should repair this gate. Let's do that. These guys are level 5 already because they've killed quite a lot of enemies. And with Thranduil now, we're gonna push a little farther. And take out this builder. And take out the enemy builder, that'll be a nice win. And we'll get Legolas to back his daddy up here. Move a little closer before we start shooting, because that builder will start running as soon as we lose an arrow. That's 2 hits, 3 hits, that's it, dead. And I don't know how an arrow can damage a furnace, but hey ho, it works. So, there is more to this than meets the eye. I'm not just playing this, you know, for the shits and giggles. They are working on a revamp of this, like a mod, a really cool mod, which doesn't increase. It improves the graphics, it adds a physics engine, I think. So there's like ragdoll effects and whatnot to the, you know, already existing game, which I think is pretty cool. So breathe of, you know, like a breath of fresh air. I don't remember what the project's called exactly. It's in the works, I know that much. And now we have Legolas on the field, so we can do his crazy monumental 2-arrow shot. Or maybe not yet. No, the level 5 archer squad here take care of everything. Warg Riders. So these guys were chasing Aragorn, Legolas and the Rohirrim in the 2 towers. So again, movies play a big inspiration to these models and units that you see here. Legolas and Daddy Thranduil taking care of all the pikemen. So the enemy's kind of hellbent on destroying this gate so he can get to the inside, because this is technically my base. And being in this map gives me quite a big advantage, which puts the enemy at disadvantage, because they don't have a wall to hide behind. I do. So now we're gonna use our little raiding party to, I guess, destroy some buildings. Let's take out the builder first. Builders are expensive. If you have a chance to take out builder, do that. Looks like we've done it. And if you remember, archers die to cavalry, so we could just ride these guys over. And we've leveled up already. Lovely. So I don't want to lose too much, man. And I'm just going to peace out here while I still can. Legolas and Thranduil are doing really well. Arwen's not a good quality hero. She's quite cheap, which also means she has very little health. And there's a little rogue builder here, which we can take out. And we're going to build another Malon tree, because why not? We're floating 5k resources. Let's build more heroes. Let's get Haldir, Erlond out onto the field. What are these guys doing? We have 12 powers. If you guys have heard of Tom Bombadil, great. If you haven't, you're about to. He's a pretty dope guy who just like does random crap. I think our Malon tree is going to come under attack now, which is okay. It's fine. Oh no, they're not. They kind of run past it. See, AI is not that smart in this game. You can take advantage of it. Arwen has fallen. What happened to her? Oh no. Oh no. That's fine though, because we can resurrect her. With 2 more heroes. The thing that really makes this game aged, I think, is the fact that you can't really zoom out and like have an overview of the field of battle. So that's a little downside. What else happening here? Tom Bombadil, yes. We need him to clap. Do a little clap. There we go. Magic. Yeah, heroes have special powers, which we can utilize to our advantage. We can get a heal. We could heal anyone that gets close to death. Daddy Thranduil and Legolas doing just fine, taking out whatever the hell they want to take out. This is where the brutal AI does shine though. They can control the units much faster than me across the field than I do. So these are wargs, there's very few of them. heroes should be able to take care of that. So we should be able to save that Malon tree. There's a single pikeman here. These archers are just crazy OP now. Experience gives them buffs. Some heroes can switch between bow and sword. Haldir in this case can do that. And that single warg actually took out our Malon tree. And it died. Perfect. We did it. Let's build a tower. Should offer some defense to the lands that we're trying to protect. What's this? The Legolas and Thranduil are just playing their own game here. Seems like elves, you give elves a bow and lots of arrows, they can take care of multiple threats for you. Without much issues at all. Gonna send these guys on a little raiding mission. And then plop Haldir to add to the, well, archer machine that we have here on this top of the hill. Yeah, our gate is basically unscathed. We are completely and utterly safe. That's a custom hero. So this game also has like a mechanic. Again, really old mechanic. It allows you to build your own hero. Pretty cool. Back in the day, you used to like come up with crazy builds for heroes because you can give them specific skills. As you can see, I guess Legolas's skill set here. You have Arrowwind, train archers, so I can give archers experience points. Knife Fighter, so it turns to melee attack. Again, switches weapons just like Haldir can. Slightly differently. Thranduil has Fawn of Vengeance, single shot, so single high damage DPS shot. And we have 3 heroes here doing literally nothing. Heroes in this game are really OP. During competitive play, back when this game wasn't competitive, I think most matches banned ring heroes because they just changed the mechanics of the game. You kind of completely ignore the whole rock paper scissors process. That whole thing just gets, you know, sidelined. Nobody follows that whatsoever. Like, I mean, this is kind of fair, right? Cavalry getting shot by archers, they take damage, but not a lot. And then you leave this cavalry, you let the cavalry at the archers die completely. If I tried to do the exact same thing that I just did here with pikemen, the cavalry would have got like completely wrecked. We could do it here actually. Get there in time for these archers. Now walk on cavalry. But the pikemen died before we get to them. Charge. There we go. So pikemen will do a lot of damage, as you can see. Your units just start falling straight away because of that lovely rock paper scissors mechanic. Let's get them here. Now you have a forge. Forge allows you to create and upgrade your units after you research them. So upgrades such as armor, purchase banner carriers. So your units, when they spawn, they're basically level 1. When they're level 1, they are pretty weak. They're quite vulnerable. They don't have many special attributes. They're just, you know, your weak, untrained recruit unit that will die pretty quick. As soon as they reach level 2, these guys are level 3, as you can see. These guys are level 5, which is the cap. Yeah, so as soon as they reach level 2, they can regenerate on their own without, you know, any external forces helping them. So no heal. Like if I heal them now, they'll regen 1 unit in a single battalion. When they hit level 2, they'll do that automatically on their own over time, as long as they're not fighting, which is quite nice. And which is probably why you want to get your units to level 2 as soon as possible. It makes them more efficient in battle. It allows you to play a much grander battle of attrition. As you can see, we're literally just toying with this brutal AI, so again, having fun. Have a castle at our back, literally not afraid of anything. What is this? Power. We can summon some Ents. Should be nice. So you have aerial units in this game too. Let's get all the other melee heroes here. Yeah. So how many heroes have we got? We have 6 heroes. 3 are currently on range duty here, just sniping anything that comes close. And the other 2, or soon to be 3, are on sword duty. Chilling. So let's give these guys an armor upgrade, and let's give these guys an armor upgrade because we've just researched it in the Aragon. Not Aragon. It's Aragon Forge. Eregion Forge. There we go. So see, they get nice little golden armies. And they look cooler. So do the archers. Apart from the fact that they turn blonde for some reason. I mean, that's not helmets. They literally turn blonde after you research armors. So yeah, I'm not sure who planned that. Yeah. And just like, I guess, Warcraft 3, as soon as you level up these heroes to level 10, they become like crazy big, fat powerhouses. Once you get to that stage, it's kind of GG for the enemy, if the enemy ever lets that happen. So, Brandwill's level 10 ability is that power shot, right? How much damage will it... No, that's the wrong place. Wrong place to use it. I was already dead. Legolas's is Arrowwind, so if we move it to... Brandwill's literally like an artillery unit that uses a bow. Really strong. We get to these wargs and use Legolas's level 10 ability, Arrowwind. He just shoots these like 1 KO shots. So if you imagine like the enemy having multiple battalions, like crazy big army against you, you just annihilate them with this one ability and then, you know, peace out. Or, better, change to melee and let him take them out with his twin daggers. So obviously the enemy has their own units, heroes that they can use against us. But if you have the upper hand in the sense that you're fielding those heroes earlier than the enemy and you've leveled them up faster than the enemy, it's kind of a downhill battle from there. Or it's an uphill battle for the enemy. It's almost inevitable that they lose in the end. Again, playing against humans is much more difficult than playing against AI, even if this is brutal AI. That being said, I hope whoever's working on the, I guess, regen project for this game will improve the AI. This might be an edge case simply because we're playing in Helm's Deep map. Because this is, you know, a unique map, so the AI might be performing poorly because of that. That might be one of the reasons why the AI is performing poorly. Because on open field, the booted AI can give you a lot more to chew on. Like, arrows against a furnace. Arrows win against a furnace. Lovely. So yeah, let's gather all our heroes, give the enemy some time to like breathe. Should be able to recover a little bit from that. Guess we can build up more Malon. We don't actually, we're floating 17k, 16k. Yeah, let's just let them build a little. What else do we have? Arrow volley. So all these different powers. Each race will have different powers, which I think was like the big highlight of this game back in the day. Is you could play every single race, and every single race had its, you know, unique way of playstyle, unique playstyle. Some of them obviously mimicked each other across the good and the evil side of the campaign. Like you had dwarves and goblins, which both could create mine networks. So instead of creating Malon trees or furnaces, the dwarves would create mine shafts, and the goblins would also create like mines per se. What they could do is garrison those troops or units into those mines and then enter wherever the hell they pleased, wherever else they had a mine on the map. So having that available to you, you could imagine how quickly you could move your army across the map and ambush, surprise, and catch your enemy off guard. Elves obviously are specialized in archery, which is shown here too. So we'll let that upgrade and we'll train some Mirkwood archers to just show you how powerful they can get. We'll move this archer squad here too, just, you know, to show you what's up. And we need to research, what I want to research is heated blades or forged blades and silverthorn arrows, which is just melee units. Well, the forged blades are melee units weapon upgrades, which increase damage instead of armor, opposed to the elven armor. And the silverthorn arrows are your ranged unit upgrades. Heroes don't benefit from upgrades, so we don't really care about those on the heroes. We just move them here and let them do their dirty work. It really does feel dirty because, you know, you just move them there and they kill for days. Forever. I want to see how much damage Frendor's level 10 ability does to this furnace. Just one click, auto aim, no skill, just There we go, click. And we wait for it to land. There we go. So level 10 hero with his level 10 ability can one-shot a whole building. Sure, it's the weakest building in the game, like your farm eco, but it's still something that costs quite a lot of resources. So something that just can walk up to your base and one-shot one of your buildings like that, kind of OP. They survived. Where are our builders? AoE heal right there. Mirror of Galadriel. Could build an end moot actually, to show you what the artillery or the elves look like. But these guys are coming in to attack. Let's summon Tom Bombadil to show them the way out. There we go, let's clap. Give me a clap, come on. There we go, do it. Watch this. That's it, all of them dead. Oh my. I love Bombadil. He's like the Joker nobody asked for. But everyone loves anyway. Actually, this 18 powers menu, you gain power through conflict. So when your units die, when you kill other units, when you survive conflict. And through that, you gain the still, power up bar. And the more you collect, the more you can spend. It's like a little side currency, it's like mana. And this gives you access to abilities that are on a cooldown and a refresh cooldown. So they stay with you forever. So as soon as you get the 25 ability, that's when you kind of unlock the epicosity of wiping army fields. We can now research Silverthorn arrows, which I shall do, and we can also train Mirkwood archers. So we'll do 2 battalions of those, waypoint them here, and just chill out a little bit. The APMs for this game much lower than StarCraft, as you can see. I'm like just taking breaks, literally any time I feel like taking breaks, talking about it. But yeah, kind of gives you the overview of elves and a little overview on the game. So I'm just playing the skirmish now. This has nothing to do with the story. There is a full campaign for the story. So let me show you what the archers look like without and with Silverthorn arrows. Move them to this hill to give them a nice vantage point. So this is our little golden squad, right? It's supposed to be pretty strong, well trained. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It doesn't matter if they're strong. If they get trampled by cavalry, they'll die. Seems like they're not interested in us. So, normal archers. See those arrows? Do a little bit of damage. Now we're going to upgrade them to Silverthorn arrows, which takes a little longer. But it does happen eventually. And the cavalry can take care of that. And after they've upgraded, which they just have, this becomes a very expensive and a very fragile unit now. Because, sure, it has all the same armor that I had before. But what you have now is 600 resources invested in just, upgrades. Not counting unit cost. Now you have this little blue funky arrow that does quite a lot of damage to buildings. And units. So, you'll see what happens to this, I guess, battalion of pikemen as soon as they come out. They just get pushed back like that. Which kind of makes this an OP unit now. Again, endgame unit, because you kind of got all the upgrades. It's level 5, so it has all that bonus goodness. But that's else for you. Where are our Mirkwood archers? We did make a couple, did we not? Are they here? They are here. Do they not know how to leave the place? Mirkwood archers are kind of similar to just normal archer battalion. However, they have like a passive stealth ability, which they can just basically become invisible when they're standing still. And they have a bigger range, and I think a faster fire rate. Makes them quite OP. Because they could trade against other archers without the other archers even being able to reach them. Gives them like a couple of volleys off before they even need to worry about trading hit points. They are, however, kind of like a glass cannon unit because they are really weak. Their hit points are not that big. As you can see, battalion, fair. Banner carrier regenerates the banner, and now the unit can heal back to its former numbers. So I think we lost 1, 2, 3, 4 units. It's going to regen them in the next 2 minutes or so. Now, Mirkwood archers, upgraded with silver thorn arrows. As you can see, the armor does save these guys from getting one shot by cavalry, and with the silver thorn arrows, they can actually trade with cavalry units. Now, imagine this with... that trade wasn't that beneficial to us. Imagine this with an extra range. So now we can steal this guy's here and take out the enemy unit from all the way, or a whole screen size of a map. It's just OP. Elves OP. I'm gonna say it's for every single race, by the way. I need to heal these guys, otherwise they die. That's it, he's dead. We've also got... well, no, we don't want to quit just yet. We've also got 25 power, so we're gonna invest it in a flood, which gives us a little juicy bit of well, a little bit of juicy magic to play with. If you remember Arwen saving Frodo with the water horses, that's exactly what we'll do here. So first we'll get Elven Sight because we want to see what we're attacking, and then we'll summon the flood right here. So we just summoned water horses to wreck a hell of a lot of enemy buildings in a fell swoop. It almost feels like you're cheating. And to finish the pie, we're just going to move our heroes here and let them auto attack, you know, as a final little push. We can even summon the Ents here, actually, on a ridgeline, and let them devastate the enemy base, which kind of ends the game. I mean, artillery units, right? You can set your units to different stances: aggressive stance, defensive stance. Go for aggressive. Let's make them attack everything in their sight. Probably works for us. But yeah, that's... oh yeah, they summoned a hero. A little too late though, because this thing's... even though it's a hero, as you can see, it's taking a lot of punishment. You have too many heroes surrounding it. No chance for survival. Let's one-shot this building here. Go on, Thranduil, you can do it. Okay, he didn't one-shot it. How about Legolas? Okay. And there we go. That was an overview of the elves against a brutal enemy as a warm-up. You have all your bits and pieces of stats if you're into that. That kind of like sums up the little chill out sesh that I wanted to have today. Instead of playing Breath of the Wild, we played Battle for Middle-earth. After ironing out the issues with audio. So yeah. But yeah, today is going to be a crazy day. With the finale of Avengers in a couple of hours. Game of Thrones. What, 3 more episodes left? We're talking with Let Me Satisfy. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. I do know this was a short one, but we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not like completely wrecked, asleep. We'll be back tomorrow with Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we'll be back to our little golden game. Having fun with that. I do appreciate it was a short stream. That's what I kind of wanted to do today. Still have quite a few bits and pieces to finish off before I jump straight to Avengers in what? 8 now? In 4 hours. I'll be watching Avengers in 4 hours. 4 hours. Oxalis, thank you for stopping by. Let Me Satisfy, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the bits. Who else? Who else must I thank? Yeah, guys, I shall catch you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, peace out. Gadoosh.